just got this new WEN 8-inch joiner today. I'm going to be running it for the first time, so stick around and let's see how it does. Alright, so as you can see, this thing is pretty big. A fragile team lift. Luckily I'm a team, so I shouldn't have a problem. So minor point on this, that's it's really good packaging. This weighs 45, 50 pounds. That box probably weighs 35, 40 pounds in itself. Just something I noticed. Everything feels great. Don't know how flat this is, we'll check that. But this mechanism feels really good. Interesting, the stop for this is the spindle itself. These blades are pretty sparse. You're probably not going to get the best finish with this. But that's okay. It is what it is. Yeah, so they overlap each other about 1/8 of an inch. And there's blades on the front and the back, so you can... or front and side, it looks like. Yeah, there's no blade here. So you can rotate these. Looks really easy to do it too. These star bits. What's it really like? It's dead flat. Four-inch port, which is good. So it has some rubber feet on here, along with some bolt holes. I like this T-handle. These feel alright, you know. I will use them. Step 1 complete. Baby fence. This weighs less than the bracket it sits on. So Go. We'll go with that for now. Alright, so I have a pretty rough piece of walnut here I'm going to use to test. It's totally twisted and not flat and rough. So we'll run this through and see how it does. I mean, it's flat. Alright, so here's the results. Lots of chip out here. I wasn't paying attention to grain direction. I will do that on the next one, but these are the results I got first time. So I set this initially to a 64th. And it was taking off a little bit more than a 64th, so I backed it off a bit, and that's about a 64th. I'm going to try going even less than that, see if I get cleaner results. Alright, here's the next board I'm going to try. I've already flattened one side of it, so let's see how this one does. Alright, so on this board I slowed down quite a bit, and I was taking off less material, and that finish is perfect. You know, there's some imperfections in the board. That's not a result. That's not from the joiner. Let's just walk through this joiner. The top is really flat. The guard and the mechanism that turns it feel very solid. These extensions, I'm not sure how useful they'll be, but they're fairly sturdy, easy to pull out. All the very few controls we have on here feel great. Don't know how accurate this is. I set it to a 64th initially, and it was taking off, you know, somewhere between a 64th and a 32nd. I didn't get great results at a 32nd, so I backed it off a little, or a 64th, so I backed it off a little bit, and it seemed to cut pretty smooth. Raising and lowering the bed, very easy. Lock that into position. On-off switch is good. 4-inch dust port with an adapter for, I guess that's a 2-inch, if that's what you have. As far as dust collection goes, I ran 2 boards through. This is the dust that was left behind, so not nothing, but pretty insignificant. Most of it got sucked up. Fence on the back feels kind of flimsy. The brackets and stuff that hold it on are pretty strong. Adjusting it's very easy, as there are, well, for moving the fence back and forth, there are these handles in the back. One thing I thought was pretty cool is, they can bump into each other, so you can, they're spring loaded, you can pull them and move the handles where you want. So to adjust the fence, undo this forward and back, undo this so you can tilt it at an angle. When you tighten it down, it goes into a fixed position. To adjust that fixed position, you just use these set screws. This set screw turns the fence this way, and this set screw turns it this way. And then you tighten this down and locks this in position. It was really easy to get that square. As far as the difference between an 8 and a 6-inch top, I'm going to highly recommend you get an 8-inch. Most boards at my lumber store are between 6 and 8 inches wide. That's very common. It's not very often you get boards wider than 8. And it's actually probably not very common they're less than 6. So I recommend an 8-inch joiner. So my initial impressions are positive. Everything on this joiner feels very sturdy. I don't have a fear that anything on this is going to break anytime soon. Size is good, price is good. I've only run a few boards through it, so I can't give a full review on this, but so far I like it. I'll see you guys next time.